welcome to my channel or welcome back if you're new. In this video I'm gonna talk about my top 10 girl groups as of this moment. Mind you, this is not a stan list. I don't stan all the groups in this list because to stan a group I really have to fall in love with them. I mean, it's not even rational. It's exactly like having a crush on someone, if it makes sense. It's not something that you can decide, you know? While the groups that I'm gonna cover today are groups that are objectively, for me of course, at the top for various reasons. Maybe for their music, or for their original concepts, or for their cool aesthetic, regardless of whether I stan them or not. Of course, I stan a lot of these groups, but again, it's not the prerequisite to be in this list. Okay, without further ado, let's jump right into the video. I am Julia and this is Girl Groups in Your Area. Let's go! Honestly, I thought long and hard whether to put NMIXX in this list. If I would have done this video exactly a year ago, I would have probably put them at the 7th spot. But right after DICE, as we all know, NMIXX encountered a massive change, both in sound and aesthetic. I started to stan them for their unique and weird sound, which I know it can be a lot to digest, and I'm not saying that they had my favorite discography ever or that I had their songs on replay all the time, but at least this whole pick and mix concept was fun and really unique. It was a breath of fresh air, and yes, I know that JYP jumped to the next level train with this mix pop and tried to replicate aespa's success and sound, but still, it was something never seen before and that intrigued me. Plus they had this interesting lore about adventures, exploring dreams and other worlds that they coupled with this trippy aesthetic in their music videos, and that was the cherry on top for me. Unfortunately, after Jinnie left, which was my bias by the way, we witnessed this huge change, not only for what concerns their sound, but also for the music videos aesthetic and the styling. They now try to embody this chill, girl next door type of vibe, only because it's the trend of the moment, and that is rather disappointing. I mean, they chose a Midsummer Night Dream concept for their last comeback and I was so sure it would have been amazing, again also aesthetically, but no, God forbid, let's give them boring clothes and a plain background and let's call it a day, even if the concept is about fairies and love potions. You could ask yourself, well Julia, since you don't like them that much anymore, then why did you put them in this list? And I mean, it's a fair question. It's just that I like the old NMIXX so much that I still have hope that they will be again the weird and unique group that they used to be. I'm not delusional, okay? I know that they will never release an OO 2.0 type of song. They had too backlash for that, but at least I hope they're gonna find a balance between the strong identity that they crafted with their first releases and a more public-friendly music, without following the trend of the moment. Plus the girls are insanely talented and Party O'Clock is their only title track that I don't like, so I really hope to reconcile with them. Let's say that by ranking them 10th in this video, it's an act of faith for my part. Okay, so the thing I absolutely love about Les Seraphim is their stage presence and individual charisma. They devoured the stage since debut and they looked like experienced idols from the beginning, even if they're rookies. I could watch them perform all day long and they seem to have a lot of fun on stage and that's so nice to see. Plus their music is great, both the badass title tracks and the more chill and melodic B-sides, and also their choreographies are always so pleasing to watch. Another thing that I love about them is the fact that you really can tell that two of the members already debuted in a super popular group, by the way. They've never outshadowed the others, not even for 1 second, because also the other members have each a unique element that make them stand out. I mean, Yoonjin participated in Produce 48 and I honestly have no idea how she didn't manage to debut. She has the best stage presence out of all for me. She writes her own songs and she has such a cool aura overall. Kazuha is a classic dancer and she's so elegant all the time, and I don't know, she smiles all the time, she's literally radiant. I don't know what's her secret, but she has such a happy mood. And overall they're a group which is so well balanced in my opinion, both in terms of visuals and of skills, and I love that because it's not so easy to manage to create a group like that. Also, I'm not the type of person that watches variety shows or like vlogs of the groups or stuff like that, but LE SSERAFIM is one of the few groups for which I try to do an exception, cause they look such funny goofballs. I don't stand them yet, I'm waiting for a comeback that will make me really obsessed for that to happen, maybe with like a more unique concept and a pleasing aesthetic for their music videos, but I'm sure I will not have to wait long for it. I love Everglow so much, and I am so happy that they managed to be in this list, because given the 2 years hiatus, I was this close to not put them here, but thank God they finally came back and slayed, pun intended, like they always used to do. Their discography is my favorite out of all the existing girl groups. I love their EDM and badass music and their girl crush concept. In a world where girl crush is basically banned from K-pop scene, I am so happy that I can always count on Everglow to release that cunty songs we all need to hear. However, there are some things that truly annoy me about them. For instance, their line distribution is the worst I've ever seen, and it's like that all the time. We basically always see the same 2, max 3 members, while the others are in a corner and never open their mouth, and that is so frustrating to see. Plus, I wish they would go for a unique concept, at least one. I mean, okay, badass music, but it would be so cool to see it together with a unique concept that matches their girl crush aesthetic, if you get what I mean. I don't know, an apocalypse, a Lara Croft's concept, a spy concept, you know, something like that. I think that would be really super cool. Also, they are another group, exactly like IVE, where the members seem a bit from different groups and are not that well balanced, but again, hey, maybe that's just me. Other than this, I love them to death, and I'm so happy that they are back. My relationship with IVE is a bit complicated, meaning that their music is not often my cup of tea. I prefer their more badass B-sides like Kitsch and Blue Blood, but at the same time I really can't deny that the production of their songs is always on top, regardless of whether I like their songs or not. Seeing these many groups having an identity crisis and abruptly changing concepts and sound, it's such a nice feeling to know that IVE's creative direction is always consistent and it is always gonna evolve at the same time. They managed to have the true key to success in my opinion, which is the ability to release always different songs, but all with that flavor, that vibe, that makes you say, ah, this is an IVE song. You get what I mean? A lot of groups try to do that. They try to create an identity so strong that they can express different sides of them while still maintaining that strong identity. Plus they have this glam, pretty rich girl vibe that make me obsessed. However, there are a few things that I don't really like about IVE and that prevent me from standing them. For example, the thing that I said about LE SSERAFIM, about Chaewon and Sakura not overshadowing the other members, and the fact that even if they have more experience than the other members, LE SSERAFIM is a perfectly balanced group. Well, all of this doesn't really apply to IVE in my opinion. I've always found that Starship was pushing Wonyoung and Yoonjin more than the other members, which were a bit left out in some ways. And also visually, I don't know, I've always got the feeling that they were members from different groups. I don't know why, it's just something that I've always thought. Also, I wish that they would explore more concepts, because among all the releases, the only one that had a strong concept was Love Dive. Well, I feel that given this precise vibe that the group has, again this princess prom queen type of aesthetic, I wish that they would have more cool creative direction, also in terms of music videos, not only concepts. If they will manage to do that, they will be basically a perfect group to me. I have a very peculiar relationship with G-idle, because before Soojin left the group I had zero interest in them. I appreciated their versatility, yes, but nothing more. I didn't think that they had a good stage presence, and I kinda agreed with those saying that the group should have been called Soyeon and Friends. But I really liked Soojin, she was basically the only one that really caught my eye, and when she left I was really sad and angry, even though I wasn't a fan of the group. But since then, they evidently stepped up their game. The releases have been immaculate since then, and their stage presence improved in a way I would have never thought it was possible. I don't like their music 100% all the time, but my absolute favorite thing about G-idle is how they handle concepts. As you may have probably guessed, listening to a good song is not enough for me. I want the whole package and experience. I want a mind-blowing concept, an aesthetically pleasing music video, and a styling that fits the vibe of the release. I mean, it's K-pop, for God's sake, this should be the bare minimum, come on. And G-Idol have it all in every single release, with the addition of a critique to society every time. We've got Tomboy with its rock sound and edgy aesthetic, we've got Nude with its Beethoven sample and Marilyn Monroe concept, and then we've got Queen Card with its campness and its storyline behind it. In sum, with G-Idol I can rest assured that every time they're gonna release something, it's gonna be unique and the creative direction is always gonna be on top. And that's what I wanna see in a group, and that's why they constantly climb the list of my favorite groups. Plus, again, they're one of the few groups whose variety shows or interviews I absolutely love to see. They are all so chaotic and genuinely funny, and they make me love them even more.
Red Velvet.
I've been the weirdest person ever with Red Velvet, meaning that I've never really cared for them. I mean, I discovered K-pop when they were on a hiatus due to this accident, and when they came back with Queendom, I was completely unimpressed, to be honest. I watched and listened to all their previous stuff, of course, but I found them not my cup of tea at all. Of course, as a sucker for cool concepts, I was intrigued by their red and velvet duality and their unique concepts, but nothing more. But then Feel My Rhythm came, and while I didn't stand them right away, it definitely opened something in me, to the point that I checked out again all their previous releases, and this time I fell in love. Don't ask me why, but that's what it happened. And then they dropped Birthday, and my obsession grew even bigger. I don't know exactly what it is, again probably the cool concepts they always do, their amazing visuals, and also I love to watch them perform. They don't have the best stage presence, I have to admit it, but they have this tasteful aura that make me obsess every time. So yeah, this never happened to me before, like to appreciate a group this much quite abruptly, but I really can't wait for their November comeback. I am sure it's gonna be epic. I stan really few groups since debut, and XG is one of them. I had Tipitos on replay for months, and my obsession with them simply grew with every release. First of all, they are one of the most talented girl groups out there, is actually crazy. They all dance like a dance crew, their rappers are crazy good, and they all sing amazingly. Their stage presence is literally on point every time. There's never a hole, you can bet your asses that they will give 100% every single time. Plus they do badass music, which as I said is my favorite thing ever. They make me feel empowered and like a beautiful bad bitch, and I love that. The only thing that was missing for me was a step up in the creative direction. So again, in the concept and overall aesthetic, but oh boy, did they answer to my prayers. Shooting Star left me speechless in so many ways. Everything was perfect, the song so different from what they've put out so far, the perfectly edited music video, the Y2K styling, the star formations in the choreo. I mean, I don't know, I don't even have words right now. And as soon as I catch my breath, boom, they released their first mini album with this alien metaverse futuristic concept, and I was like, okay, you guys are killing me right now. Like, the budget and overall creative direction that this release has is actually crazy. Like, TGIF became one of my favorite music videos of all time, I'm not kidding. The only tiny thing that I would want them to change is the language in which they sing, which is English. I get that they are a peculiar girl group since the members are all Japanese and they aspire to be a global, but since they speak Japanese, Korean and English, it would be so cool to hear them mix these languages in their songs like they did in their XG tapes, and I think that would make them even more unique, but oh well. Unfortunately, I don't think that's ever gonna change at this point. I mean, I don't think I really have to explain this one. They are the group that, in my humble opinion, has the most amazing creative direction right now. You can say whatever you want about Min Hee-jin, but the woman knows how to do her job. They quite literally bumped out of nowhere and revolutionized K-pop straight away. Every release is crafted with so much care in every aspect, and they never follow the rules, but always establish new trends. Their music is not always my cup of tea, since I'm not the biggest fan of chill music, but their music always gets me at some point, and at least I can always be sure to obsess over their music videos and stages. I love watching them perform, and I can always be sure that they're gonna surprise me and gift us with something unique, creative, well thought and pretty, and that's what I love about them. It's generally so exciting to think that this is just the beginning of their career, because I can't even begin to imagine what they're gonna release in the future. It's a bit of a shame that they are so young, because otherwise it would be really the perfect girl group.
Big girls making money. That's why you're number one fan.
By the time I'm recording this video, it's been a few days since I've been to aespa's concert in Berlin, and oh my god, I love them even more now. They are the first group that I started stan after Blackpink, and believe me, it wasn't easy. Because for basically a year, I couldn't find a group that would make me obsessed as much as Blackpink, but as soon as Savage was released, I was like, well, wait a second. This group has pretty much everything I love in a group. I'm a sucker for unique lores, and oh boy, is their lore unique. It's basically a plot of a movie, and that, combined with the SM Universe videos and all the theories, make it so interesting to follow. Plus the fact that every member has its own avatar, it's so freaking cool, come on now. I love their technology, cyber aesthetic, they embodied it so well, and it's so pleasing to see overall. My only fear is that now that SM CEO changed and that they defeated Black Mamba and Girls, they will completely abandon their lore. I mean, we saw it with Spicy, and even though I absolutely love the Spicy's era, I just want them to go back to defeating villains and chilling with their avatars. But I mean, at the same time, I'm fine with whatever direction they're gonna choose, cause they seriously slay every time. Also, I'm in love with their visuals. They are literally goddesses, and that's just the cherry on top.
Blackpink in your area.
I mean, this shouldn't come as a surprise, right? Just look at the name of this channel. I discovered K-pop through Blackpink, and no one, no artist or group whatsoever has ever drawn me like Blackpink does. I just love them so much. I feel I have a connection with them, even though I don't personally know them, which I know it's stupid. But isn't this the point of liking an idol? I've never experienced in my whole life such an attachment for some strangers, but you know what? I am so happy about it because they enriched my life and they made me discover this amazing world that is K-pop that has been my prime passion for the last 3 years. I'm perfectly aware that they are not a perfect group and that there are many flaws in their management. They don't have many songs, they don't have original concepts or innovative music, they don't have an amazing creative direction, they often take long hiatuses. I know all of this. But you know what? It's like I said at the beginning of this video. Standing someone is like falling in love. It's not rational at all, and even if you know all the things that you don't like about the person you are with, you love them regardless, or even better, you love them exactly for that. And that's the same thing with Blackpink. I love how badass they are, I love their cunty songs that make me feel like a bad bitch. They exude all this power and confidence just by standing still, and I also love the relationship they have with one another, because they definitely have the closest bond of the whole industry, and it's so heartwarming to see. It's really a group that I know I will love forever, regardless of what's gonna happen, because I just wish for them to be happy and satisfied with their career. I really hope that they're gonna keep promoting as Blackpink though, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen because the girls don't want to renounce to Blackpink, exactly like all of us Blinks, so I definitely have hope because the world definitely needs more of Blackpink. And I do too. Okay guys, this concludes this video. Let me know in the comment section who are your top 10 girl groups and why. See you in the next video. Bye!